Are cameos really a problem in Mortal Kombat? I don't know, this is more like a chill back video. I'm not really doing a script over this. I just wanted to really give my quick opinion about the cameo system, the goods, the bads, Beauty and the Beast stuff, and also try and theorize why specifically the community, maybe the casuals especially, hate the cameo system. In my opinion, this is not me theorizing, this is how I am. This is me giving my opinion on the cameo system. And I only play Reptile recently and Tanya since the beginning of this game. And only picked up Reptile, ironically, in the Reptile season. This is me giving opinion on cameos based on playing these two characters. Obviously, I have labbed other characters. I have played other characters more or less, more like in Invasions, but never really like online like that. I do have some knowledge on Smoke and Lime and maybe a little bit of Ashra, Ermac. I have played Ermac as well online. And Melina, I do know these characters. I've played against people playing them as well, so I have a few opinions here and there that might have to do with the cameos. So, the main question is, does the cameo system really work for Mortal Kombat? In my honest opinion, yes. I think it's okay for Mortal Kombat, for NetherRealm, to try new things. I think it's fine for them to try an assist-based fighter. And even though it's not perfect, I have a lot of fun labbing. I think I'm not a lab monster by any chance. Not like I discovered the most insane techs ever. But I just feel like it's very fun seeing what works, what doesn't work, what's optimal, what's not optimal. And seeing the strengths that each cameo gives your fighter uniquely. Maybe your fighter becomes uniquely strong defense-wise because of one cameo. Maybe your fighter becomes, uniquely strong in setups or maybe in pressure. And I do like that, they're expanding and giving cameos new moves like Frost, for example. She's gonna have the ice wall. I can't wait for that. Because right now Frost really is just that, I guess, anti-zoning maybe, and giving a setup tool that honestly when you use it, it's way too slow. You just stand there like a statue for so long. I wish there was a buff for that. Maybe you actually can move after a little bit, but it's whatever. Overall, I think cameos do have a nice stay in Mortal Kombat. I'm not saying they should stay forever. I think they can definitely try this again, but maybe give the community the whole 1v1 back with the next game. That's just my opinion about the cameo system for myself. I have a lot of fun. I played Tanya and Sonya actually. In the first time I was playing, I was like, I don't really know the cameo system like that. I don't know a lot of stuff. So I want to choose something that is both effective, gives me good damage, helps me a little bit in neutral. And yeah, that's pretty much what Sonya was. She didn't have that overhead, obviously, that she has now, which I might actually go back to that team again. But that's beside the point. And I got some results. I had a lot of fun. I was playing the game, and I got to enjoy cameos just as much as the next guy using Motaro or using, Jax or Darius or whatever. Do I think casuals hate cameos because they're hard to use? Partially. And my answer to that, actually, my opinion on that is, if casuals are not using cameos because they're hard to use, I feel like that's kind of lazy. Like, I know it feels mean to say that, but I feel like it's just so lazy because there's so many cameos that are so easy to use in this game that you don't really need much brain power to know, okay, this cameo is good at doing this one thing, so I'm gonna use them. Like cameos that are really easy and effective at being used are like Natara. Oh, sorry, I said Natara. Serena. Serena is very easy to use. Yes, we all know Serena combos are very boring, but it's what it is. You know, she has a few utilities with the whole meter drain, but you know, she's very easy to use. And then there are cameos that can help you in combos, but air combos like Sonya. Since the beginning, she's been one of the easiest. Just press R1. That's all you need. Your opponent's in the air, you press R1, and you might be able to get an extra hit. You might be able to convert off of a string that normally launches the opponent across the screen. And it's very easy for you to just pick Sonya. Another cameo that's also very easy. If you have even a little bit of just like hit confirming, maybe you could play something like Sub-Zero. Very easy. You could play something like Sector. Just use the normal smart missile. If you don't want to use the flamethrower, if you feel like that's way too hard, or you don't really know how setups, if you don't want to use that, don't use that. And they'll still be very, very effective. I think the cameo system is very hard to balance, I will say, but in a way they're trying their best. You know, they're trying their best, and I know that they probably didn't completely nuke Chameleon because, again, she is DLC and they don't want to completely kill a DLC character, which is funny because Tremor's right there, and I feel like Tremor just needs like a little bit, just a little bit more of a buff, like in terms of cooldown. I don't think he should because Tremor, I feel like he's like 2 steps away from being completely broken. They just need to buff him a little bit, just a little bit, not too much, otherwise he'll become the next Chameleon, because he's kind of insane if you know what you're doing. But that's what I like about Tremor, you know. I think the cameo system is gonna be very fun depending on what character you play. For example, with Tanya, we all know it's gonna be Tanya Goro all day, right? That's what people use, Tanya Goro. I'm not even, she doesn't even have fucking Goro on her side. There you go. Yeah, Tanya Goro. We all know this is like the team for Tanya, but let me tell you and be completely honest with you, I played Tanya Goro one time and I got bored. I literally was like, is this it? This is all I get to do? Just like do strings into safe, into strings, into safe, and I guess get a launch off of waking up. I feel like it's such a boring playstyle. Like, my God, I like, and I thought like maybe I was being boring by using Sonya in the beginning. But no, I had so much fun. The combos were fun. Like, Sonya was a lot of fun. And I know, like, this is for pretty much every cameo that makes it, oh, look, let me do this unsafe move into now it's safe, or maybe I'm plus, or maybe I'm flying away with Chameleon Fan Lift, which is getting nerfed, thankfully, but, you know, I know that it's a really boring playstyle. I know another one is like Tanya Motaro, you know, with the plus load that Motaro has. Again, this is also another combination. I've never tried Tanya Motaro ever. I think the only ones that I ever use is Tanya Sonya, Tanya Scorpion, and Tanya Chameleon, because, you know, I got a little bit in the Chameleon. I wanted to play Chameleon for just a little bit. I was like, I have Chameleon, I paid money for this game, I might as well try her out. And I tried her out, and she's a lot of fun. Very stupid cameo, but it was a lot of fun. But, you know, Tanya Scorpion was very fun. I had a lot of fun using Tanya Scorpion. But, you know, I didn't really lamb any other characters with Tanya because I felt like she was a little bit too basic. I needed a little bit more sauce. And that, in my opinion, is what the cameo system should be. Adding more sauce to your gameplay. I play Reptile now, and let me tell you how much fun I have playing this character. My God. Unfortunately, I have more fun playing a Reptile right now than I do playing Tanya. I will go back to Tanya. She's like my main. I love her in MKX, so I was really excited to play her in this game. But my god, I really love playing Reptile in this game. Reptile is so... I think the reason why I like playing Reptile, aside from the swaggy combos, is he's just compatible with everyone. I think that is something that people really need to look at when playing this game. Don't play this game and immediately choose the most effective combo. Choose the most fun for you. Stop using Liu Kang Kung Lao. Stop using Serena Scorpion. Stop using Sub-Zero Chameleon, even though Sub-Zero players need all the help you Sub-Zero players need all the help in the world. Stop using all that stuff. You have all these options that you could lab and do all these cool setups or damage or whatever. All you need to do is just have the courage to do that, you know? Because this is what assist-based games are supposed to be. Choose the most fun combination for you. And a lot of these people are playing this game in the most just bot way possible. It's like, okay, 1 + 1 = 2, and that's the only way I'm ever gonna get to 2. 1 + 1. That's the only way to get to 2. Bro, you can get to 2 by doing 8 - 10 or whatever. Sorry, not 8 - 10. By doing 10 - 8. You can get to 2 in so many ways. And I feel like that's a very good way to put Kameo system. You can do good teams and by not playing the most optimal Kameo. Just have fun, you know? Like, you don't have to play only Reptile Mavado, which is, I know this is what, you know, I know it's a very fun team. I have seen Honeybee play this. It looks very fun. It's very effective. Pretty much any touch is a launch. But eventually I kind of get tired. Like, I was like, I want to play something else, you know? Like, Reptile is just so compatible with so many Kameos. Like, it doesn't matter. If I was ever to do a random Kameo select, which you can't, I don't know why, but this NetherRealm, add a random Kameo select. If I was ever to do a random Kameo select, I feel like no matter who it lands on, I'll be like, yeah, I can make this work. Like, most of these I can make this work. I can play with Janet, I can play with Scorpion, I can play with Sub, I can play with Cyrax, I can play with Serena, I can play with Sonya, I can play with Sector, I can play even with Frost, I can play with Chameleon, Tremor, Movado, even Jax. Like, he is just so versatile when you really just lab the game. When you just lab the game, you're like, hey, this is actually a lot of fun. And I feel like this is one part of the game that people are missing out on. I feel like people get on this game, they play Liu Kang, you know, they hear, oh, Liu Kang Kung Lao. This is the team people are using. Or maybe Liu Kang Motaro. This is the team people are using, and that is all they'll play, you know? Or maybe there'll be like a cool buff to like a new Kameo, like Sonya, or maybe to Jax, right? There'll be like a cool buff, they'll try it out for a day or 2 days, they'll see that they, aside from the cool combo that they do, they'll never lab anything else, and they'll go right back to using Kung Lao. And it's like, bro, like, choose anyone else. Like, you know, like, just have fun playing your character. You know, you don't have to, you don't have to commit to just playing one Kameo. You know, you don't have to play Raiden Kano now. You know, now that that move is unsafe, thankfully. You don't have to always just play, you know, Raiden and Striker, or Raiden and Kano. You can play something else, you know? Like, yeah, Reptile, you know, horizontal chopper got nerfed, but I said Reptile? Cyrax horizontal chopper got nerfed, but he's getting buffs to his bombs. The setups are gonna be immaculate now, you know? Like, there are ways to set up stuff. I think Raiden does pretty good damage just without any Kameo. I don't think Raiden is already such an easy hit confirm into damage character. There's so many characters here in general that are really easy to just press a button. Oh wait, you have a very long string. You hit confirm that, and bam, there you go. You get your damage. You don't have to make it everything chip damage or everything, oh, you have to now guess because I'm plus because I did this unsafe move. Like, it's a very boring way to play. You don't have to play Sindel Kung Lao. Like, I mean, at Final Kombat, I forgot the name of the player. He was using Cyrax. He was doing bomb setups with Cyrax. You know how fucking cool that was watching that? That shit was insane. Like, that was hype. That's what I mean when I say people just need to lab other Kameos, lab this game. This game is probably one of the best Mortal Kombat games to lab. Like, I know a lot of people are still gonna say, oh, I prefer MK11 over this game. Not in a million years. Not in a million years will I go back to MK11 for this game. Like, I go back to MK11, I would play it for probably like not even an hour, 30 minutes. I wouldn't even know who to start with to start to like lab. With this game, you could choose your main character. You could choose your main character and be like, I know exactly what my main character, everything he does. But I haven't tried him with Tremor. Let's see what I can do with Tremor. You know, MK11, I can't do that. I choose Cassie and I know exactly what's optimal. I know exactly what's the anti-air, what's the conversion of the anti-air. It's gonna be the same shit over and over and over. You know, so I feel like a fighting game, if it's very lab heavy, if you can even just sit in the lab for like a straight hour trying to figure something out, I feel like that's a good fighting game. I'm not saying it has to be like that every time. Like, yeah, some fighting games should be pretty like easy to pick up, I guess. Exactly how MK11 was. You could play MK11 with literally just strike throws without knowing a single combo, or just relying on crushing blows and all that flawless block. Well, not even flawless blocking. If you're just a casual, you'd be like just crushing blows. I mean, we've all played MK11 and have gotten, you know, at least a round or even a whole game, you know, lost to some dude that's just mashing everything, right? He's like, you didn't take the throw right, so now you get a crushing blow on the next throw, and now he's just mashing down two. He gets a, you know, a down two crushing blow. None of that is in this game. I really like the variety that this game has, aside from just the main cast. And I understand, yes, the DLC characters are a little bit overtuned. They have too much stuff compared to the main cast, you know. Like, Peacemaker was disgusting, had way too much stuff. Had to be nerfed like twice for him to finally be like somewhat honorable character. Homelander's a problem right now. They still haven't fixed the bug, which that is a thing that I'm hoping they fix in the next patch. So basically, I came back to the characters because choose your character, you know, and then lab whatever the hell you want to lab, bro. Like, there's just so much to do. Like, I can show you so many different matches of me playing, you know, Reptile Cyrax or Sector or Sub-Zero or Tremor or Chameleon or even Sonya. I mean, you can choose your character because you like them, but I feel like you shouldn't only choose them because you like them. I feel like after you lab that character, you should really be like, wow, how many cameos can I really use with this character? I know. Certain characters kind of just have to play with certain cameos if they even want to get a chance at, I guess, being fun. I feel like that just comes down to the player, right? Like, yes, I know Sub-Zero Chameleon is like the best thing ever now, but I feel like you don't have to play Sub-Zero Chameleon. You can definitely play something else. You don't have to play Scorpion Chameleon. You can definitely play something else. You know, like, there's just so much to try and to experiment with this game. It's not perfect, but neither was MKX. And I love MKX more than this game. And I can definitely say that MKX had a lot more broken stuff. But if we could deal with the broken stuff and the fast-pacedness and the absolute aggression that was MKX, how is it that this game is harder for casuals? I don't understand it. Like, if you generally have an opinion or an answer for this question, how is this game difficult for casuals compared to something like MKX? Because in MKX, if you don't know how to use the run mechanic and you go against somebody that knows how to use the run mechanic, you lose. Like, you just straight up lose. Like, The run mechanic, sure, you know, it's not exactly the most difficult thing in the world, but it's not it's not the easiest thing either for a casual. Like, if you know the run mechanic, you're gonna stomp whoever the hell you play against in kicks, even if you're just average. As long as you know how to use just the run mechanic, you literally will stomp that person. They'll never win a game, just because you know how to use the mobility. In this game, it's a lot more manageable to know the mechanics. The only difference here is you just gotta know what do the characters do and what do the cameos do. Which is why it's a lot of fun when you run into like random teams of somebody using fucking Reptile and what's a random cameo that I never see people use Reptile? Like Darius. You'd be like, what? Reptile Darius? I want to see what this guy's doing with Reptile Darius. And you end up seeing the fruits of that person's like lab session. You'd be like, holy shit, I've never seen Reptile being played with this character and actually being fun. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. I've blabbered on for long enough. I don't even know if y'all make it all the way here, but if you did, leave a like, sub, and tell me if you like this type of video where I just ramble on about shit. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.